CVA's AccuraSeries, Bagara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
All right, guys, this next segment's being sponsored by Soul Shine Pizza. They're at 4021 Hughes Crossing. It's Suite 101 over in Franklin, Tennessee. Or y'all give my friend Steve Brennan a call, 615-379-7767. They can take care of your catering needs as well. They've got lunch specials Monday through Friday. You can go down there and get some of that crawfish soup my wife talks about all the time.
I'm going down there.
Be sure to tell Steve we said hello.
I'm
All
going
right,
down
well,
there.
welcome back. I am telling you, it's worth the trip.
I'm going.
It's good times down there, and Steve will sit there and talk with you about fishing or deer hunting, whatever you want to do. He's an outdoorsman himself. You guys, if y'all want to call us tonight, y'all can go ahead and do that, 615-737-7767. And while we're waiting on some of those, I guess let's just keep talking about some of this warmer weather fishing. I mean, that's what we're coming into. And, of course, we've been talking Shellcrackers. But, Terry, you started talking just a little bit about crappie and how they're kind of getting into these creek channels and stuff. And my buddy Todd Cone, we went out and fished with him the other day, but they ended up finding some shellcracker the other day right in the middle of the channel. So they've gone from where Dayton was, a lot of those areas, and now he was catching them in 12 foot of water, so still using a night crawler, but he was just fishing the center of the channel, going through there, and caught some nice ones.
And when they come off of that spawn, they got to make their way back to the creek. So when you find those drop-offs or when you find those bridges are a good spot. They're going to hold up.
Summertime.
In them shady spots.
It is. Bridges
so
in the summertime.
It is.
Absolutely.
The main thing is, like I said, they're going to be there. 80, 90 degrees, those fish are still there. You just got to fish a little bit slower and use a smaller bait. Because they're just like you. When they get hot, they ain't that aggressive.
They ain't looking for that big old steak, maybe a little
just
snack
like
or
down
something.
at Gunnersville State Park, man. Under them bridges, you go down there and there's some monster slabs you can catch off the bank.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's some of the best bank fishing there is.
It is. Gunnersville's a great place to bank fish, but I mean, there's a lot around here.
Sure.
Hey, I mean, Terry, he does really
Where was you talking about?
well.
You didn't tell them all about Gunnersville.
I know it.
When you get up under that bridge, you might have to rub a little elbows underneath there.
Get there first is all I can tell you.
There you go.
You better get there first because they'll be there.
You might get an argument.
Be careful down there around Gunnersville. What Terry's saying is, be careful down there around Gunnersville.
Careful
Make sure you get there early.
Take somebody with Alabama tags, not Tennessee tags.
That's right. That Dayton's already worried tonight. And if he's out of state, it'd be even worse.
That's right.
But it's going to be in the next 4 states anyhow,
Sure,
so it
that's
don't
right.
make a bit of difference anyhow. That's what Richard said.
Yeah.
But no, the crappie doing the same thing. They're getting back out right now into the deeper water. They're still going to come up and feed in the evenings, late in the evening, early in the morning. The crappie, they're pretty sensitive to light. That's one thing a lot of people don't know about them. They're a lot like a walleye. They have a big eye, and the way it's positioned, they're pretty light sensitive fish. So especially when that sun lights up so high, so far into the day like it is in the summertime, a lot of times when you think they're gone, they're not really gone. They're just in a little deeper water, tucked up against something tight like a bridge pylon, something like that. And he'll hang out there most of the day, but they will come out, dusk and dawn. They're dusk and dawn feeders, just like a walleye.
They'll come off that channel and come right up in them brush piles. And a lot of times, like in Waverly and New Johnsonville, we're fishing 7, 8 inches deep.
Yeah.
Just right over that brush tops, and they're down off in that back up in the shade, waiting on that minnow or that jig to come by there, and
when it does, it's on.
And it's hot.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's hotter than you can stand it. But a woman told me, she said, it's hotter than you can stand it before they'll stop biting.
Yeah.
They gotta eat.
They do gotta eat.
That's right.
They gotta eat. I don't care what time of year it is. We got a caller here. We'll go ahead and jump over here. Eddie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, Brandon. How are y'all?
Doing great. We appreciate you calling. How can we help you tonight?
Yeah, well, y'all talking about these shellcrackers and everything. Got my blood flowing and everything. We got a scout lake up here where I live.
Okay.
It's old Audubon Scout Lake. It's full of them shellcrackers. And back in the day, I've heard of catch them 2 and 3 pounds.
That's very
I'd
possible.
say it's possible. I mean, we had a 2.16 or 2.12 caught this year on Old Hickory.
Yeah, Yep. The biggest one I caught there was 2 1/4, and I thought I had a big old catfish.
Yeah.
That's a big fish.
They fight and pull good. They're definitely an aggressive
Oh,
fish.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah. You can tell the difference between a bluegill and a shellcracker.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you can hear.
They
I mean,
got
really,
that
you can hear
big old
Dayton on the
tail
video.
and
So.
everything. But I just wanted to call, appreciate y'all showing everything, and I have some good fish y'all showed there.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, we appreciate you tuning in, and go out there and get some of those on your own.
Yeah,
Good luck to you.
absolutely. Get out there and catch them.
Yeah. I got another reminder now, the full moon in May, that's when the bluegill and shellcrackers hit.
That's
and
when.
you need to be there.
Yep, you need to be there prior to the full moon in May. What happened this year, though, it got hotter quicker the 1st of May. We had some record-breaking
Yes, sir.
heat.
Yep.
Where
Yep,
usually,
yep.
where usually it won't get that warm till the middle of May. So
Right.
So I have to go usually the 1st of May to the end of April just to start looking to see if I can find any. And then they'll slowly progress through that 3 or 4 week time period. And if you stay on them, you'll get the peak part of the spawn in that area. There's probably still a few spawning right now. But I'm saying for me is how I do it, they're pretty much already gone.
Yeah.
The way I do it is 3 days before the new moon, the day of, and the 3 days after.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
best
right.
time to go.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
It is.
Okay. All right. Good talking with y'all fellas, and y'all have a good day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Yeah, a lot of people, you know, like I say, some don't know what the shellcracker reason is, and some people have been chasing them for a long time.
Well, like we was talking coming down, Terry don't know this, but I am probably a bluegill specialist.
Yeah.
Because ever since when 1975, I was getting trophies for bluegill tournaments when I was 4 and 5 years old.
Hey, he
I
was
mean, I'd
breaking
have
out
a
trophies
6 foot
earlier.
stringer of little bluegill that long to weigh in person. And golly, Bob Bumbleow and Barbara and Miss Iris, what was it? Golly, I can't remember. And I was in it for my whole life. But anyway, it was a family event back then. So they had bass, brim, crappie, and you know, you ate lunch. Everybody come back to the dock, the good old days.
Yeah. And use the
Percy
bluegill.
Pre-Sport Fishing Club.
Okay.
So I
Where
mean,
was that? Was that out of one of the marinas down there?
well,
or what?
we would fish Old Hickory, Priest, and Center Hill. We would go all, you know, back. We would go, you know, back a century ago.
Well,
back in the 1900s.
Back in the 1900s.
But I mean,
that was in y'all's generation, boys. I don't know nothing about that.
but it was, you know, it was nice. I mean, but that's just. I used to love going to Fate Sanders or Four Corners in the old days. Now, old days, 74, 75, 76, and them cracks in the docks were 2 inches wide or so, or 1.5 inches wide. You could put you a cricket on there and drop down that crack, catch that bluegill, and you could pull him through that crack. He'd flop, but you'd come up through that crack.
Great big ones,
Oh,
too.
yeah, great
That's
big
where
ones.
the big ones
yeah,
are.
and then you'd hook a bass, and of course you couldn't get him through the crack, or something else would get it. But yeah, it's big
Going
time.
down along Stone River, where those old bridge pillars are, before they made the new bridges. But wherever those old bridge pillars are, there's still them old Volkswagens and stuff that floated down the river. I don't know how they got there, but there's still a lot of big bluegill and stuff
They
up and
hold a
down
lot
that
of
Stone
fish.
River. Stone
It
River
does.
holds a lot, and even right there before McCoy Creek.
And the walking, right there at the walking trail in Hermitage, right there at Central Pike, where the Stones River's right there. And you
Yeah,
can,
that's right there by McCoy Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. Hey, we went down there one day, and there was hundreds of bluegill down there.
Now, we just gave that away, so y'all get after it.
Y'all get after them.
Golly.
Well, guys, I tell you what, we're going to get ready to take another quick break, and we'll be right back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.